This is our land in the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. And this week, we've got to figure out how to install a septic system on this insanely steep slope.
That's about as steep as you want a machine on. Any steeper than that, probably wouldn't be very good.
For months, we've been working one project at a time on turning this land into our future home. This is so cool. But without septic, we can't live here, we can't move our family here, we can't even get power to the property until this project is finished. Now, right now, my family and I are currently living in a campground, and this septic system is the biggest thing standing in the way of us getting to move onto this land and finally call it home.
I'm gonna get you.
Now, it's gonna be a tough install. Steep terrain, damp ground, and rain on the forecast is gonna make this a very tricky project. But if we can pull it off, we'll be one big step closer to finally getting to live on our dream property. It's like one false move away from whomp. He freaking skied down that slope. Now, it could rain again today, so nothing is for certain. A big thanks to Incogni for sponsoring this episode. Now, let me take you back a couple of weeks to the very beginning of this project. Good morning. Well, it is a beautiful freaking morning. The sun is out, the skies are blue, and we are getting underway with our septic installation. And so we've actually got Scott Dehart is doing our septic. He's a buddy of Cody's. He is digging the hole for the tank right now, and he's banging that thing out. Like, that's gonna be ready to go very shortly. So sewer lines are gravity fed. They have to go down as they go towards the tank, and 1/4 inch per foot. And so what the guys are doing here is, as Scott is digging the hole, the guys are using a laser and this grating rod with a laser receiver and just checking to see when that hole is deep enough across the entire dimension of the hole. So that truck is designed 100% for dropping these tanks.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Best man in the septic business right there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So here's the septic tank. It is not completely covered because the county needs to come out and inspect it to like approve of the installation so we can get our operation permit. And something else that Scott does is he's actually got a lumber mill. And so we talked to him about grabbing these big pine logs from that massive tree that we took down. And he's gonna mill those into some slabs that we can use to build a table. Scott also said that I could swing by the mill and check out the process as he's cutting them, which is awesome. So I'm pretty sure these are our logs right here. Wow, that was super cool. Although I gotta say, I should have brought ear protection. I think I may have lost a couple decibels of hearing in that experience. All right, so it is phase 2 of the septic installation. The guys are already getting to work now. You probably remember that when we had the county out here approving our septic permit, they decided that the only place that we could actually put a leach field is way down at the bottom of this valley, right kind of at the corner of our property. So right now they are down there with a chainsaw cutting a road so that the Mini X can make its way all the way down, and then they're gonna get digging, dude, which is great because right now the septic is kind of our bottleneck for everything that we want to do. We want to move the trailer onto the property. That's our big priority, but we can't move the trailer onto the property until the septic is functional, obviously, but also we can't get power to the property until we have an approved build permit, and we can't submit our build application until we have a functional septic system. And so this right now is like the next thing that needs to happen.
Right now you're it.
I'm it?
Tag.
Oh, how do we play?
Slapped you with the trigger.
Oh. Did you see that? He freaking skied down that slope. That was nuts. These mountain excavators are so impressive to watch. So I feel like the thing that I never appreciated about excavating on a steep slope is that he is on the verge of tipping over constantly. With everything that he's doing, it's like one false move away from whomp. The amount of skill and caution that's necessary to not tip over while he's doing all of this work is really impressive. So to give you a sense of what this leach field's gonna look like, the tank is up there on the build site. They're gonna have a line running down to right here. And this line is gonna be the first line of the leach field. So there will be 3 lines, 100 feet each. Each line services 1 bedroom. So it's a 3-bedroom septic with 3 100-foot long lines that are connected to each other. So the plan is he's gonna do this line going this way, and then he's gonna carry that all the way up to the tank and to the build site. Then he's gonna come back down and then do the other 2 lines. So Chad, it sort of looks like your first step is just to cut a road. Is that right?
I call it a bench, just to set in.
And then you come back and dig
back and dig a ditch.
trench. Yeah, I feel like that's the other big thing I learned with excavation is that stage 1 is moving and shaping the earth so that you can actually get into the position to have the leverage to be able to do the thing you want to do. So step 1 is just building this bench. Step 2 is going to be actually cutting the trench. That's interesting. Honestly, I am just blown away by how relatively safe and secure these mountain excavators can be while working on really steep slopes. But there's a good chance that your personal data is not as protected. It's crazy how easy it is to find personal information online. Your name, home address, your phone number, even information about your family. That's all published on people's search sites and sold by data brokers, which means scammers, spammers, and even stalkers can legally get access to this information without you ever knowing. And the impact is very real. Exposed data can lead to identity theft and even harassment in the real world. But removing all of this yourself could take hundreds of hours, and honestly, the moment that you stop trying, all that information is just gonna come right back. And that's where today's sponsor, Incogni, comes in. With one single account, Incogni will automatically contact hundreds of data brokers and with your permission, demand that your personal information is removed. Plus, their custom removal tool lets you flag any website that has your data, and a privacy expert will handle the takedown for you. It's fast, effective, and independently verified. So take back your personal data with Incogni. Click the link below and use code Atticus to get 60% off an annual plan. I figured now would be a good time to kind of talk about exactly what projects I plan on doing myself versus hiring out. So basically I decided to hire out the excavation, which that's done. No way in hell I ever could have done that myself. I hired out the well drilling, which obviously I couldn't do that myself. And then we are hiring out the septic. Now this is something that debatably I could have done myself. Like maybe I could have rented a mini excavator. But as you saw, the skill and knowledge and experience that it takes to maneuver those things on steep slopes, it's dangerous, right? If you don't know what you're doing. Also, it would take me 2 weeks to figure out how to do all this stuff, 3 weeks, right? As opposed to 2 days with these guys. And ultimately, right now, we need to move on to this land. We need to be able to move the trailer here as quickly as possible. And so I'm hoping that this septic project is the last project that I hire out for a very long time. Anyway, here's hoping that the weather holds. The sky's not looking great. It's looking like we could get rain. We'll see. So is this the pipe that's going down?
This pipe's going down.
So is he on his way up now?
Trying to make his way up.
On a scale from 1 to 10 with what you guys deal with, how steep is that?
That's about as steep as you want a machine on. Any steeper than that, well, probably wouldn't be very good.
I can imagine.
But he knows all about that.
he is just freaking plowing down this slope, which is nuts because it's so steep that like if you walk down it, it's very difficult to do by foot without hurting yourself. Yeah, dude, I'm freaking attempting to walk down this thing. It is it's a struggle. But you can kind of see how going backwards down is a lot easier because he can kind of use digging the trench as a way to keep him where he is and use the weight of the excavator to kind of dig into the trench. Okay, that's it. He made it onto his bench that he cut earlier, so this is the flat part. He's done with the super steep bit of the hill, so I mean, as far as I can tell, that's the hard part done, or at least the sketchy part. I'm really glad that that went well because I know these guys know what they're doing, but there was a part of me that was really worried that they were gonna be like, oh, actually this is sketchier than we thought. We're gonna have to hand dig this. It's gonna take like 2 weeks or something. Well, I'm very impressed with your machine skiing abilities.
A lot of people couldn't do that.
I believe that. What do you think, man? Could you do that?
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I'm building my own house right now too.
That's awesome. How's it going?
Dried in. I got my windows in. About to start electrical. Just slow.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what to do on everything.
Did you know how to build a house when you started?
First one I ever built. He built his own house.
Finished mine in 2007. I started on it in 1999. It took me a long time to build mine.
Yeah. So it's not that uncommon out here.
No, there's several people that build their own around here.
Sometimes I feel like I sound crazy when I tell people, so maybe I shouldn't feel that way so much.
Join the crazy crowd.
Just don't build as big a one as he did.
How big is your house?
5,600 square foot.
Whoa! No wonder it took you so long to build. Well, I was worried this was gonna happen, and it did. It is raining. Is this kind of work rain work?
No, it makes a mud hole real quick.
I'm glad we were able to get this done. I felt like that was the daunting part.
You want to get that done before the rain because you wouldn't make it back up.
Yeah. So Chad, how deep does the trench need to be?
Low side has to be 18 inches deep.
And the whole line needs to be relatively level?
As close as you can get it.
Oh, cool. Do those just kind of click in?
They snap together. You're supposed to keep that orange line up. There's 2 little small holes all the way down on the bottom side. The water just kind of seeps back into the ground.
Oh, got it. So there's like a hole every 3 inches or something, running all the way along.
That's why you gotta make sure it's turned up the right way.
So just laying this part is a lot simpler than I thought it would be. I love it. Looks like the rain didn't hold us up. That's great. 2 lines and the slope done?
It's been easy.
I bet. Looks great. The guys are on the last line of the leach field, so the 3rd of 3. And I mean, I think they're gonna bang this out in less than a day, right? So they just need to cut this, put the rest of that leach field line in, and then bury everything. Now it could rain again today, so nothing is for certain, but today is Friday, and I don't think they work on the weekends, so I am hoping that like we can finish this project this week. So while they're wrapping this up, I'm actually gonna head to their lumber mill to go pick up that wood that they were cutting the other day. They've got that ready for me to pick up. Holy moly, look at all this freaking wood. That is a lot more wood than I thought this was gonna be. I don't know what I was expecting. Wow, I wonder if I'm gonna be able to load all that in the truck. We're about to find out. Or where I'm gonna put all of this. Yeah, look at that, dude. Some big boards. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Wow. I think I've mentioned that a lot of what we wanted to do with this is make a sweet table out of it. And so these thick, narrower pieces are gonna be the legs, and these wide bits here are gonna be the table itself. These have a live edge, so the edge of the table will look like the edge of the tree. But the truck is pretty much fully loaded. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna be able to take all this, so I'm gonna have to make 2 trips. Okay, got lots of wood. This is white pine, so, you know, it's not a hardwood. It's not the most beautiful wood ever, but it'll be easy to work with, and I can make a lot of stuff out of it. We got a lot of it. All right, looks like the county is here. That is good news. They must be here to inspect the septic. Thanks for coming out. How's everything look?
Looks real good. I don't think you'll ever have to worry about this.
Okay, good. So the operations permit that you'll send that's
Go
the...
to the building department, so they'll have it, so they'll know you're totally complete.
Well, good to see you again.
You too.
Thank you for your help. I'm glad this went so smooth. Very good news. So they approved the final installation here, and so all that's left is for the guys to cover everything. We should have our operations permit by, sounds like early next week. I'm gonna be glad when I don't have to do this steep walk up anymore. So the guys are basically wrapping up at this point. Chad just buried the tank, which was really the last thing that needed to happen. He was able to finish burying all of the trenching. And so now he's just kind of doing a final grade on this area that was affected. That's about it. So, I mean, that's more or less a wrap on the septic project. So this is the septic tank here. Chad put some boulders around it so that we know not to like drive on it, but we are ready to rock and roll. Our poop has somewhere to go. That's good, man. So I've got the guys doing one more thing before they leave here. I need to run a power line from that power pole down the edge of that slope to the flat part of the lot. Now I can handle the trenching on the flat part, but this part is way too sketchy. Like, I've been very nervous about this part of the project. And so as they were wrapping up, I just asked Chad, I'm like, hey, do you think you could run up there and dig a trench real quick? He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Very glad I don't have to do that. Well, thanks a lot for the great work, man.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you guys. Thanks, buddy.
Yep. You need any lumber for anything, just give us a holler.
Yeah, I will.
You can buy a whole stack of them, but you buy one for life.
Yeah. Man, those guys are awesome. Huge shout out to Scott Dehart and his brother Chad from Mountain Excavating. If you're in the Bryson City area and you're looking to install a septic system or just need general excavation, definitely give them a call. I've got their contact info in the description. Okay, I learned my lesson from when I prepped this area to be seeded before. Oh, by the way, sorry, I should mention, I've got a boot. I sprained my ankle yesterday. Long story, don't ask. Anyway, I learned my lesson from when I prepped all of this flat area for grass not too long ago, because it was all churned up and just lush and really nice and soft earth after the guys were done excavating. But then with the clay that's in the ground here, when it rains and gets wet and then dries, it bakes that clay and it becomes super hard. But the ground here is perfect for seeding right now because it's broken up, it's nice and soft. It's gonna be wet this week, it's gonna be cool. The ground is ready, so now is the time to get some seed on this. Oh, I should mention that the grass is turning out really great. The flat area behind me is turning out really well, but the banks are really getting some really good coverage, which is great because those banks are a little vulnerable to erosion until we get a real nice root network dug into the dirt. I'm gonna start with the lime. For that area, what I really need is a hand broadcast spreader, just so I can get patches in areas that this thing won't go to, but I don't have one. I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. So next, fertilizer. Final phase is the seed. Oh, it smells good and it just looks cool. There's like something I love about the fact that these tiny things are gonna turn into grass. I obviously have not grown many things in my life. I'm a freaking sailor, give me a break. Okay, now for the part that I really am not sure what I'm doing is the straw. This acts as like a mulch to give everything like some nutrients as it decays, but it mostly protects the seeds so that they don't wash away in the rain, so that birds aren't able to eat all of them. So here we go. I was told you just shake it. There we go. That's money right there. Oh, one thing. So I was told that just kind of raking the seed in a little bit is a good thing. Leftover septic area has been seeded and strawed. So that's it for the septic project.
Look, Dad made you some grass. Yeah, he made you some grass.
Some grass.
I'm going to go in my house.
Oh, you want to go in your house?
Hey, close my door.
You want to close the door?
Yeah.
There's one door.
And two doors, please.
Hey, where'd Isabella go? There she is. What do you think of the grass, buddy?
I love it. Yeah, it makes me feel like home.
Yeah, it totally transforms the way that it looks and
Yeah,
feels.
driving down that driveway and seeing the grass and then the view, it was like, what? We are going to live here?
Scarlett, do you like it?
We approve of the grass, Dad.
It's funny because this is definitely my first time walking barefoot at the property. Okay, be a butterfly. Put your wings out. Whoa, we're flying.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
You did real good.
So a big thanks to Incogni for sponsoring this episode, and a huge thanks to the people who make these videos possible, our patrons. You guys mean the world to us. Thank you so much.
The bear is right there.
There's a bear?
Yeah.
Really?
For you.
For me? Oh my goodness. Is it big?
No, it's with pink.
It's a
Is
pink
pink-
bear.
It's a pink bear. That's a very rare kind of bear.
For you.